Wrestling Travels Lockdown Sessions here, a UK edition of the Lockdown Sessions today. My name is Danny, of course, at Wrestling Travel, and today I'm joined by one of the UK's brightest stars based in the Northwest, Tonga. Tonga, how are you doing today? You seem quite surprised with that there.
Yeah, brightest star. That's... I'm not sure if I'd call myself that, but I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you very much. I mean, I've seen you in action before at Future Shock and other events, so I'm sure everybody's thinking the same, you know.
I try.
No, that's absolutely fine. I mean, in terms of obviously the lockdown that's been going on for the last few months, what have you been getting up to keep yourself busy?
I got Disney Plus,
Awesome.
which was the best investment of all time. So I did I just binged watched loads of movies. I did all the Marvel movies. I started watching Star Wars, sort of dropped off, and now I'm doing all the Disney princesses in order. Just being an absolute girl. What else have I done? I've watched a bit of wrestling, been trying to watch a lot more independent stuff, get more ideas, and then I bought a PlayStation.
Oh wow, okay. What games are you playing on that at the minute?
I was playing Uncharted 4, and then I got stuck on a shooting bit because I'm really bad at aiming. So now I've swapped over to GTA.
Okay. No, not a bad shout there with those. Not bad at all. And I mean, in terms of the wrestling portion, have you been enjoying it as much without fans and things like that when you've been watching?
Yeah, I think it's just a bit strange watching like the sort of like WWE pay-per-views without fans and like kind of seeing everyone on the monitor. But I think I kind of took a little bit of a break away from it, kind of try to enjoy other things in life rather than just constantly being on wrestling, which has kind of made me appreciate it a lot more now that like training's back and like Future Shock is back. So yeah, I definitely got my passion back for it a lot more.
Brilliant. No, that's absolutely great. And I mean, in terms of wrestling again, where did it all start for you, Tonga? Like, when did you first get into it?
Okay, so I have two older brothers who were really into it, and they're quite a bit older than me. So when I was younger, I was just picked as the victim to be like put into the walls of Jericho or like RKO'd on the field. So that was kind of like my first introduction to it, and my first memory was Santino Marella's debut in either Rome or Milan. And I remember being like, God, I must have been like 8, 9, and seeing that and just being like, this is insane. This is the best thing I've ever seen. So I was kind of hooked on it from that point. And when I went to uni, I kind of picked my university based on the fact that Manchester had like training schools, which my parents hate hearing. And then I was like, I'll just give it a go if I don't like it. And I've kind of just stuck around ever since for coming up to 4 years now.
4 years, wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And if I have to ask you, maybe put you on the spot here, but do you have a favourite match that you've had so far during those 4 years?
Yeah.
Or a favourite opponent?
My favourite opponent. I love wrestling Alexis Falcon. Like, kayfabe aside, like she's like one of my closest friends. Right. And it kind of gives us that little bit of an edge where I could literally just be like, I'm about to hit you really hard, and I know she won't get angry and she'll just be like, receipt. So I love wrestling her. I also had a series of matches with Chase Alexander at GPW, which were so much fun. Like, I love like wrestling him. Like, his character work is fantastic. He just came up with like the weirdest and most wonderful ideas, and be like, oh, I kind of have an idea. Like, I just want to run it by you. It might be a bit weird. Like, need to check if you're comfortable with it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, all of these.
Go ahead.
So I love wrestling him, and Lana is always a great learning experience whenever I'm in the ring with her.
Yeah, and you're due to face her again in a few weeks, aren't you? So that'll be an interesting matchup indeed.
It should be good. I don't think she's seen this sort of level of drive and like passion from me yet, so I think she'll definitely be shocked.
No, that's great. And I mean, obviously with the lockdown that's been happening for the last few months, what was that feeling like when you were able to step back into the ring again a couple of weeks ago?
It was really
You can
painful.
even describe it.
It was like so when I went to training for the first time and like actually took my first bump, I was just like, what am I doing? Like, maybe like this whole pandemic was a sign to just like pack it all up. But it was probably more painful than when I'd first started wrestling. But it was still just really good. I was so excited to be there. I was so excited to just learn and just be able to actually tap back into that like part of my brain and like that creativity. So it was fantastic, but it was definitely painful. I was feeling it for a good couple of days.
Yeah, because you had 2 matches back to back, didn't you, on the same day as well?
Oh goodness, yeah. Yeah. I've got slight PTSD from that. I think stepping back into the ring, like actually in front of a crowd, I think it took me like a good 30 seconds to actually realize like, oh, actually there's people here. Like, yeah, so I think once it goes up on Future Shock On Demand, people should really watch the moment I realized. I was like, oh, this is back again. Like, this is actual real life. Like, I'm not dreaming. Like, maybe I should actually like turn it on like 100% then. But it was so good, and they were so behind me. So it was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I was there for that afternoon and evening, and those 2 matches.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, no, they were fantastic. I was covering it for Wrestling Travel Socials that day. But yeah, those 2 great matches indeed. I like the actual story behind it as well. That obviously there was the interference in the first match, had to have the rematch, and obviously the big match next week against Lana. One thing I did want to ask you as well was in terms of your theme tune choice, the Mariah Carey "Obsessed." I mean, I've actually had it in my head today, building up to this. Like, where did that come from? What was your sort of thinking behind choosing that?
I just love Mariah. I just think she's brilliant. So when I first, like, within my first year of training, like, of actually doing shows, I was kind of in this weird headspace of like I didn't really know where I wanted to take my character, what sort of gimmick I wanted to be. I was kind of umming and erring about this whole ultimate diva sort of persona. And I spoke to Chris Brooker, who's an absolute legend. Like, if anyone ever needs to figure out their character, go to Brooker. And he kind of sat me down and was like, who would you want to be? Like, if you wanted to like encapsulate a person and you wanted to be a person, I was just like Mariah. I think that same day on my way back from training, I was listening to some music on Spotify and it came on, and like all I kept thinking was like, this is what I do for my entrance and it'd be incredible, and I'll take my fur coat off here. And from that point I was like, yeah, that's my entrance music. It gets stuck in everybody's head, which is also fantastic.
Yeah, no, I can surely say it's been stuck in mine, and on the day as well, it was as well. But I mean, in current wrestling at the moment, who do you look for inspiration, or from the past, who do you look out for in terms of matches to maybe pick up some of these ideas and things?
I really, in an ideal world, here's my ideal who I'd actually want to wrestle like. I'd love to wrestle like Io Shirai and like all the girls over in like Japan, because they're all like really flippy and fearless and they do all of that sort of stuff. So I kind of take inspiration from watching quite a lot of all women shows. So I was watching, I think it's the promotion called Rise in the USA. I got there on demand. So I've just been watching loads of random people that I've never heard of before and just seeing their spots and like trying to figure out how I can implement my sort of movement and my ability more into the stuff that they do. So there's not a real one person that I kind of steal from. I just kind of watch a lot of matches and try and gain some inspiration.
No, that's really cool. And in terms of, you mentioned Japan there, is that somewhere one day you'd like to maybe obviously perform?
Yeah, definitely. I think I actually tweeted yesterday, I was like, I just want to wrestle abroad. Like, I just think it would be so cool. Because I wrestle quite a lot in the Northwest. And so I do wrestle quite a lot of the same people, quite a lot, which is fantastic because you can kind of develop and like gain that sort of confidence with your opponent. But I just want to wrestle different people. And I think Japan like has such a different style of wrestling and a different mentality for it as well, that I think it'd be a really good learning experience. I'd love to go to Mexico. That's my other one. I just want to be back in Cancun, to be honest.
Yeah, back on holiday somewhere.
Yeah, but the whole like luchador style, I feel like if I went there and I was forced to train there, then I'd come back doing all sorts of like moves. So I'd love to go to those two places.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Seeing you coming back after that on a Future Shock show, flying around everywhere. That would be pretty cool. Another question I had for you: do you have any? Because we have got another series on our YouTube called Road Stories. If you've got any funny things that have happened at a show or on the road anywhere that you'd like to share with us, obviously within reason.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how appropriate some of them might be. Not off the top of my head that I can think of that won't get me in trouble.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's always really just fun backstage, like especially at Future Shock. It's such a close-knit family, and we're always taking the mick out of someone, or someone's just doing something stupid. But I can't think of any sort of specifics that won't get me in trouble.
Yeah, we'll keep those out there for you for that. But just moving back to Future Shock, in terms of obviously with the obviously the restrictions currently in place at the minute, how did you think that all went? Obviously, you felt obviously safe and everything was fine for your appearance. I mean, when I came in to the venue, I was getting temperature checked. There was no sort of swapping of tickets or anything. It was all very well organised, which is a credit to them. But how was it sort of backstage? Were you having to avoid people and everything like that, or was it just a case of?
Yeah, it was really safe. Like, I could not give them any more props for how safe like I actually felt while I was there. I probably felt safer there than I felt like at Sainsbury's or like at a restaurant or something. Everyone had to keep their masks on. It was very limited contact, especially for me and Alexis, like, because we knew we were only wrestling each other, so we kind of just kept ourselves in our own little bubble, and everyone sort of kept within their like wrestling bubble. It was extremely safe, and I think it does show that shows can go on, as long as the right precautions are put into place, and as long as everyone is temperature checked, and if you have symptoms, like, tell somebody and not turn up to the show. And it was a very big rule. The big rule was just stay away from the fans, because we can't just go near them and just be high-fiving everyone. So that was quite strange, having to sort of reimagine my entrance. But it was really safe, and all the sort of reactions, everyone on Twitter afterwards was just like, it was really good. So hopefully we can carry on doing them.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the next one is it next weekend? The weekend after?
Next weekend, yeah.
Next weekend. So very soon indeed. I believe there is still a limited amount of tickets on sale for that at Stockport Guildhall, 2 shows that day. And obviously you're facing Lana Austin for the Future Shock Women's title. Is there anything you want to say to Lana before that match on here at all?
Ooh, let me ask you real quick. I'm so excited for this match. Like, I think I've really changed up my character. I've really changed up my movesets. I feel really ready for it. So last year, funnily enough, I actually never got a one-on-one chance for the Huge Shock Women's Championship. And the only time I've ever done one was at my debut, which was in the Stockport Guildhall, where ironically I did pin the then champion Molly Spartan, and Lana Austin, the special guest referee, didn't count it. So I think it's quite bittersweet to be back at that moment. It's kind of like a full, whatever the word is, moment. And I think, like I was saying previously, like Lana has not seen this side of me. Like, I think I'm so much more determined. I've been like hitting the gym finally, training multiple times a week, just watching loads of wrestling, watching lots of Lana, seeing what she does, seeing what I can do to like beat her. And if my match against Alexis proved anything, is I'm definitely coming in, hitting harder, throwing more shots, and I'm ready for it. So I hope she's ready, because it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, no, very excited for it indeed. I'm sure everybody else is as well, who'll be attending on that day. Of course, you can get your tickets via futureshock.co.uk. As I mentioned, just a limited amount left. Of course, with the COVID restrictions in place. So make sure you read the guidelines before you do attend, so you know exactly what to expect on the day. Well, I'm going to bring us to the game that I was talking about. It's more of a sort of get-to-know type of game. So for anyone that's watching this, obviously around the world will be watching the video. So it's you've probably heard of it before. So there's two options, and you have to sort of pick one. So the pick one game. So say if I say white bread, brown bread, you've got to pick which one.
Okay.
So they're very random. I will just say that there are some random ones in here. But yeah, well, we'll start with that. We'll go with white or brown bread.
Controversially, I like a 50-50. It's got the benefit of both. But if I had to pick one or the other, I'd pick brown bread.
Brilliant. Red or brown sauce?
Red. Netflix, I don't like brown sauce.
Or Amazon Prime?
I'll go Amazon Prime just because I'm watching The Office.
Okay, fair enough. The Rock or Stone Cold?
Stone Cold.
A city break or beach holiday?
I'm going to go beach holiday just because I love a 5-star resort.
Nice. I'll probably go the same as well, to be honest. Manchester or Liverpool?
Manchester.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I don't like cats. I really don't like cats.
What is it you don't like about them? Just so we know.
So I feel like this is going to sound really weird, but I feel like me and cats have the same personality. So I feel like we just clash in the sense of, oh God, it sounds so weird. We just clash in the sense of like, we're both just divas. And so I can't deal with an animal that sasses me back. Whereas a dog, you can just train a dog to do what you want it to do, but you can't really train a cat.
Okay,
so that's my theory on cats.
It's understandable. No, that's fine. Moving on to the next one. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Cola or Pepsi?
Neither.
You not like any of those two?
No, I prefer Fanta.
Fanta?
Okay. If I have to drink a fizzy drink, yeah.
Fine. Samsung or Apple?
Apple.
And there's 3 for this next one. Facebook, Instagram or Twitter? Tough one.
Oh, God. I just love Instagram so much, but Twitter is so funny. I'm going to go for Twitter. Actually, no. I'm going to go for TikTok.
Not even on the options, but TikTok.
That is the social media where I'm at. If everyone could please follow me, I'm trying to go viral.
Brilliant. No, we'll get your details at the end so people can follow and all your socials and things. The next one, do you prefer being face or heel?
Ooh, this is actually really hard. I think Now I'm preferring being face a lot more. It really intimidated me at the start. Plus, I love being heel because I can just be me and
Yeah,
everyone will just like let it slide. But I think for right now, I'm really enjoying being face.
brilliant. The Claymore or RKO?
Oh, Claymore.
I'm digging the Claymore at the minute, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love just how it's, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I've recently added it to my moveset.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you use it at the last?
Yeah, I got Alex right in the face. Which she was not pleased about. But yeah, I just love that move.
Yeah, no, it's sweet indeed. The next one, save or spend. So do you prefer saving or spending?
I don't know how to save, so I'm gonna go with spend. Yeah, I'm really bad with saving. Like we had to in my flat, we had to do a no spend September because I was just spending all of my money. I failed, but definitely spend.
Definitely spend. Let's go for the next one, Mac or Windows?
Mac.
PlayStation or Xbox? I think I know the answer to that one already.
Oh yeah, PlayStation. I forgot what I had for a second. You can tell I'm not a gamer.
Yeah, that's fine. John Cena or Randy Orton?
Oh,
Tough one.
if I had to pick, I'd pick Randy Orton just because me and John Cena just have this. I'm not vibesing.
Okay.
But if I had to pick, I'd pick Randy Orton because I stole one of his moves. So yeah, we'll go with Randy.
Randy Orton it is. Do you prefer New Year's Eve or Christmas Day?
Oh, I love Christmas. Actually, no, New Year's, because I feel like Christmas is actually a fraud in the sense of Christmas Day is actually really boring. Like past present opening and dinner, it's actually quite boring of a day. The build up is better, so I'll go with New Year's.
Okay, no, that's fine. Work from home or go to work? What do you prefer?
God, I hope my boss doesn't see this.
I
think I prefer, in terms of productivity, probably going into the office. But in terms of being able to wear joggers and watch TV in the background, work from home.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Amusement parks or water parks?
Amusement parks. I hate water rides.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I went to Universal last year, and we went on the like big Jurassic Park ride, and the entire time me and my friend were just like frowning. Like even the picture was just like a sight to be seen. Like it's too much. Yeah, so amusement parks all the way.
Amusement. Do you have a favorite amusement park? Is it?
Universal was incredible. So Universal Studios Hollywood, that was really good. So I would probably pick that.
Nice. And the last one I've got, Trish or Lita?
Ooh. Oh my goodness, that is so hard. I'd probably go Trish, just because I feel like my style compares to hers more. But you can't really compare them. They're both legends. It's like trying to pick your favorite child or something.
Yeah, that's fair. I knew that one would be a toughie. But no, that's all the pick one questions that I've got for you there. So we've looked quite a lot, I think, for all the fans out there, indeed. But just to wrap everything up now on this lockdown session, where can we find you on socials? Where can we find your merchandise? What's the best place for us to search for you?
So my merch store is tonga.bigcartel.com or .co.uk, one of the two. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Tonga.
And that's on all three?
On all three, yeah. Streamlined them. I was really proud of myself.
Fantastic. No, that's brilliant. Make sure you follow Tonga on all of those platforms, especially TikTok, indeed, as she looks to go viral very, very soon. And
do it.
Yeah.
So Alexis Falcon has actually just got a TikTok as well, and I'm really annoyed because she keeps posting videos. She's getting loads of likes.
Oh wow! Is there a bit of
Everyone
a
could follow me
competition now?
and follow her. Like, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, brilliant. No, that's great. But no, it's been fantastic to have you on this evening. And of course, we look forward to seeing you at Future Shock in your match against Lana Austin in next weekend there. As we said, tickets still available on futureshockWrestling.co.uk. But thank you very much. And we hope you take care and have yourself a lovely evening.
Oh, thank you. You too.